Hi everyone! Judging by the title, you might think I'm here to hate on elementaryOS today, a pretty interesting Linux distribution, but that's not the case. Sure, I'll mostly talk about its downsides, but I also mention the good things about this distro. Actually, this video is more about Pantheon Desktop, the desktop environment developed specifically for elementaryOS. This environment is pretty much the main reason you might choose the distro because, on its own, it isn't anything wildly unique. It's essentially a regular distro based on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS as for now, with all that entails, the apt package manager and Ubuntu repositories. Although, unlike Ubuntu, Elementary's developers chose to offer Flatpak as the default way to install software, not snaps or something else. Also, this video is specifically about elementaryOS version 8.1, so keep in mind that if you watch in the future, a lot may have changed. Now about Pantheon Desktop. It's not a fork of GNOME as many might think, even though it uses many GNOME components like basic system services, and its window manager Gala is based on GNOME's Matter. Native apps made for this distro use their own library called Granite, a layer on top of GTK somewhat similar to libadwaita, for example. And here we can already mention the first downside of this environment. The default system apps and apps specifically for Pantheon Desktop can be customized using regular GTK themes. Actually, why start with the negatives right away? Let's talk about some positives first. I actually like the desktop environment itself. It's hard to explain why, but in terms of overall feel, the elementaryOS developers achieved their goal. The environment feels kind of premium. There are pleasant animations, sounds, the style of the default apps and interface elements, while a bit odd and somewhat old school, has something to it. Seriously. This Linux distro really tries to mimic the feel of macOS in some ways. Another advantage worth noting is that the system tray implementation here is better than in GNOME. In GNOME it's almost non-existent unless you use extensions. The tray is right in the dock next to the workspace indicators. But there is also a downside. The tray icon looks just like the workspace icons, which can be a bit confusing even though they're separated by a small divider. Also, by the way, compared to GNOME, changing the keyboard shortcut for switching input layouts is easy and straightforward through the system settings, as it should be. But that's more of a GNOME problem than a special feature of this environment. Continuing with the positives for now, there is a fast app store here. I liked it. You can remove apps with a single click in the menu, which is also convenient. I also liked how the dock handles multiple windows of the same app. When you click the icon, you get a full screen selection of open windows. It's a neat implementation, even though, like GNOME, this environment kind of pushes you to use the overview in multiple workspaces. Basically, I've covered the advantages of elementaryOS compared to distros with GNOME, for example. Yeah, that's it. Again, the feel is very pleasant, especially in terms of design, sounds, animations, that kind of thing. And now let's move on to the downsides. Let's start from the very beginning. This happened to me several times. It might be a bug, maybe I'm just dumb, or maybe it's intentional, but on the very first login, I inevitably got logged out of entering my password. I couldn't type anything and just had to reboot. Luckily that helped. Anyway, I don't know what was it. Customization in Pantheon Desktop is quite complicated. For starters, I didn't like that even with the dark theme selected, if you have lighter wallpaper, the top bar might stay light or transparent instead of turning black, even though the dark theme is enabled and the dock becomes dark. And you can't change this, not even through the native Pantheon Twix app, the equivalent of GNOME Twix but for this environment. Another thing I didn't like is that you can't set a specific dock size. There are only 3 default presets. In my case, on my large monitor, the medium option was a bit too small and the largest one was too big. Overall, there are very few settings and customization options in this environment, though you could chalk it up to the elementaryOS philosophy to make a super simple and minimalistic system. One of the most annoying problems is the constantly crashing dock. It might be related to the fact that the dock was seriously redesigned in the elementary OS 8. It looks more modern and solid now, but it keeps crashing for no apparent reason, and it happens quite often. Hopefully they'll fix it someday. And of course, it's worth mentioning that here, just like in GNOME, window control buttons are missing by default, except for the close button. Probably justified by the environment's philosophy that you should use multitasking and multiple workspaces, but I think users should still be able to choose the familiar window button layout in the settings. And as you might have guessed, you can't change this through the settings. Just like in GNOME, you'll have to install Pantheon tweaks and adjust it there. Also, due to the environment's philosophy again, you can't minimize windows by clicking their dock icon. And unfortunately, you can't change the click behavior in the tweaker either, even though that functionality used to be there from what I've understood. As for the default system apps, it's a bit debatable. On one hand, the image viewer, for example, has a lot of useful features for cropping photos, color correction, etc. But you can't zoom in with the scroll wheel or drag the image with the mouse, which is kind of inconvenient and very weird. The App Store, while fast, is too basic. You can't even see the installation progress because there's simply no separate page for apps currently downloading or installing. I also ran into issues like the numlock state being inverted. When numlock is enabled on my keyboard, I can't type numbers from the numpad, but when it's disabled I can. But this is a pretty common issue, maybe as I understand. So I can't say for sure who's to blame, and it's not a deal breaker. What's more annoying is the non-working input source indicator, at least on the Wayland. The layout switches when you press Alt-Shift, but the indicator doesn't update. Though if you use the default superspace shortcut, it works fine. This was an issue in GNOME before, and they fixed it in recent versions, so maybe they'll fix it here too. A fairly specific problem, but I ran into it, so I'll mention it. In Telegram from Flatpak, photos and videos open on another workspace, and after closing them, the app might suddenly crash completely. But I'm not 100% sure what the core issue is. Basically, those are all the problems I encountered over a few days of using elementryOS 8.1. In GNOME, many of these issues could be fixed with extensions, but here there aren't any, so the situation is a bit sad. Still, I can't say it's a bad distro or environment. It will definitely find its audience. Although stability issues like the dock crashing and some of the developers' odd decisions might get in the way of that. But this project has room to grow and definitely deserves your attention. If I got anything wrong or you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, see you soon. Bye everyone.